He might not be from Krypton, but he's heads above the rest. His knowledge can't be questioned. You can put it to the test. So if you want to hear the truth and have nowhere else to go, I'll give you the solution. Just tune into his show and just kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod. Kneel before Zod.
And welcome everybody to the Fandom Zone. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money taking. The man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying villain, finally in charge of my station today at night, Mr. Zod. And I know I'm running up. Hey, Cherry. Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Cherry.
Aaron. Good to see you. I know I'm running up against Kelly. I apologize for that because I didn't realize she was going to have a stream. I had been planning this out, you know. How does Ghostbusters put it? Don't cross streams, something like that.
Yeah.
But, you know, I tried really hard not to, but sometimes these things happen. So, you know.
It happens. It's all good. I mean, yeah, you can't work around every single stream out there, so no worries.
But, you know, today I have with me Dr. Soup because we had a great chat before. I've been meaning to do this, but you've been busy. I've been busy.
Mm-hmm.
When you get monetized, man, it gets so crazy. I'm still shooting this video called The Villain Cooks because during the charity stream yesterday, we reached a particular goal. And I said if we reached the goal, I was going to make a cooking video.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. What are you going to cook?
I'm going to cook some fettuccine, but I'm going to put a little bit of a spin on it. Guys, don't worry. It's coming. I got to buy the ingredients. So
awesome. Well, that'll be exciting. And yeah. Thanks for having me.
Good to see
Tiffany.
you. Because of Tammy. Yeah, I know the Tammy situation. Hopefully everything's okay there. If anyone hears anything, please let me know or inform us. We hadn't heard anything back since yesterday, so I hope everything's okay there.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard about that. I hope that everything's all good.
Yeah, she's such a great person, and I don't know if you heard, but we got up to 1,300 last night. I don't know if it went further than that because
Nice.
Oh yeah, I had to go and cook for the girl. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's the secret. I was saying yesterday, the secret to a good relationship, you always agree with the woman and you cook and clean. Secret to happiness. There you go. Absolutely free.
So what, Zod? Do you have a problem with the gender roles here? Because I love cooking myself some food.
No.
Are you mad at me, Zod? I'm just kidding.
No, I was gonna say. Yesterday we got into it. I was like, yeah, I got to do this cooking stream. You know, the fans wanted it. Hey, Planet Q. Hey, Judy. Good to see you. I was like, the fans want it. And she goes, well, I want to cook eggs in the morning because I was going to do a breakfast thing too. And I was like, well, she goes, but I just learned and I'm doing the spinach and the eggs. And I was like, okay, fine. Stevie.
Hey,
What's up,
Stevie.
Good to see you in the chat, buddy. If you guys don't know, I'll be over there on Wednesday. I think we're still doing something on Tuesday. I'm going to have to talk to him about that, but it's always fun doing a stream with my favorite Australian. Not to take away from anyone in the chat who's Australian who comes here. I love you all.
Oh, he's trying to shit talk you. Don't worry, Stevie. He told me the truth behind the scenes. This is a roast stream now. A roasting guy.
Oh boy, it's gotten real. But anyways,
yeah,
we're just here to bullshit, talk about our least favorite person, and also. You brought up a great thing for me to talk about today.
Yes.
With Wendy Williams. And if you guys don't know, my feelings on Wendy Williams are complicated. She's done good stories, but at the same time, she strikes me, and I know, please don't hate me if you're a fan, but kind of airheaded in some of the way she reports stuff. Not necessarily she's bad or doesn't have the facts, but maybe doesn't present them the best.
Well, and that's the thing I've noticed, right? And you'll find in this video that we show that it pretty much there are all these facts presented in this video, and then Wendy basically ignores all of them. And that's my problem with these big talk shows is, how do you have an audience? Like, I guess that makes sense why there are YouTube channels out there that kind of just spew like nonsense and garbage, and they do so well. But it's really concerning that people want to watch that kind of stuff when they're not being told the truth, you know?
It is, and I've always said this. A lot of people in our community cover Depp, so I'll go off of the subject every now and again, because if I present facts to people and people are watching me, they're channel members, I want them to get up-to-date content. I want to present something that's like, here it is on paper, here's what we're talking about. And I feel like even in the YouTube verse, right? Yeah. There's a lot of times where you get people put out 20, 30 videos just for clicks, and it's annoying. Yep. And it's worse in the world of journalism because they not only do the clickbait, but they also do the viewing bait, right? Yep. Network television is like, oh, we're talking Johnny Depp. Well, how many people are going to tune in for that story? I know half my audience will, yours, Stevie's, Les, anybody who talks about it. Will tune into this thinking that they're getting new information. And it's the same shit we'd heard, and then they annoy you at the end of it.
Yep, and it's worse. It's even worse because it's even worse because it's almost like they just read off of another mainstream headline. They'll just see, oh, Johnny Depp is an abuser. Sorry if that messes with your stream. But yeah, they're horrible.
Yeah, and they said, like Plank Cute says, they ignore the facts. I completely agree. You saw my video I did on Hey, Justin Proper. Good to see you. He said the soup. It's like you seen on my Entertainment, right? You saw the one guy who was disgusted and barely reporting like how he's supposed to, right? And he was very passive aggressive. And you saw the other guy full on, I'm in the middle. I'm the company guy towing the line. And the irony was the gay Asian guy was the one who was disgusted. I said to myself, wow, this is a flip. I mean, you're talented to piss off that community.
Oh yeah. People really get into it. I'm telling you, like, I don't pay attention to the mainstream media and stuff like that anymore at all because I know that I'm not going to be told the truth like 9 out of 10 times. So I think if you want to know something, look into it yourself.
Yeah, that's the best thing. At the end of the day, and I tell people the same thing. I love that you come to my channel. I can stumble upon things, sometimes read fake articles, happens to the best of us, and things like that. But I like to think I present actual articles. I link them so people can follow with us. Yeah. And, so you see it doesn't just come from me. And I think at the end of the day, people deserve quality. And they deserve the truth. And the problem is that the media was supposed to be that truth, and now it's up to like people like you and me. Who were we before this, right? I mean, we just disseminated facts, but we're doing the job that these guys should be doing.
Yes, exactly. That's right. We should not be doing this stuff for free in a sense, like, and not to say that I want to get paid. I'm just essentially saying that we are choosing to get the word out there because we want to. And that's unfortunate because these people are getting paid to do their job and they're not doing it. So it's really, it seems like it's easy to be a journalist nowadays because you can just say things that are untrue and get paid for it still.
Yeah, and Stevie, have an amazing day. Thanks for dropping by.
Stevie.
And Machi, oh God, I'm sorry. I'm not good with names.
You're good. You can call her M.
M, thank you. I'm doing well. You're a great person. You're a channel member. Speaking of which, not to shameless plug, but everybody who's a channel member, pretty soon I'm going to be doing a member stream where you will get to pick the topics me and Pop Culture PB talk about. You want to talk about the Bears? He's not going to have a choice, but you're going to have to deal with an hour and a half rant. Just warning you guys if you bring that up.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, that'll be fun.
But it's so good to have all of you here. Judy, how are you doing? And yes, Adam Waltman has been dropping lots of truth bombs. But today we're going to drop a truth bomb about Wendy Williams. And I'm so glad that I got this because she's like, we don't have to share. And I go, no, my channel is about pointing out stupidity. I love it. I live for things like this. So
yeah, it's gonna be yeah. So before you start, I'm just gonna basically explain in this video. To me, the person on the left that they show, like in the video, she comes off as if she's trying to speak about facts, and then Wendy you'll see. I'll just let you play it, and then we'll talk after.
Oh gosh!
Oh my God! Play that again, so that everybody can hear that again.
Oh my God! No! Oh my God!
Well, Amber, you hang in there and fight your fight, and your truth, whatever that is.
Your truth.
And Elizabeth Wagmeister.
Oh, and they're clapping.
You know your truth. She said, "You know your truth." All right. Now, at the end of this, I'm not a fan of either of them. I think the one on the left is clearly far more intelligent than Wendy, but I don't think that she's doing an amazing job. But that was awful, wasn't it?
Oh dear God, is that it? Do I have to continue? Because I want to talk about this.
No, look at the dislike ratio on the video. It's hilarious.
Okay.
It's like fourth. It's like so bad.
Oh my God! 4.8K. Jesus. Okay, so sorry, I missed some comments here, so let me go back through to get you, because I know there's probably some raging people hearing this, and there's some super chats that I missed, so let me go back. I'm sorry, I had to be engrossed in the moment.
Yeah.
$5 super chats from Johnny's Girl. Thank you.
Woo.
I cannot stand Wendy. She sucks as an interviewer and a person. She is too opinionated and she doesn't care about the truth. She made up her mind. Exactly. That was clearly, by that statement, was clearly her just making up. Let me just catching up here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Don't change the person unless you have a personality disorder. I agree. Said at Dr. Soup. I know you were joking, but I thought, I must be in the middle of a conversation there. That much wine would make me comatose. I agree.
Yeah, Amber. So we were talking about how Amber has Depp said Amber would drink like 2 bottles of wine a night. I can't even imagine.
Okay, so let's dive it. Oh, excuse me. I'm drinking because hold on a second. You dive into this and give your opinion. I'll give mine. I need a big drink.
Go ahead. Yeah, no, I mean, if you're referencing, like the wine thing, I mean, I don't dislike people, obviously, who have issues with alcohol. That's not the problem. The problem is that Amber is literally, she said in her testimony, she was like, yeah, I barely drink enough wine to even become tipsy. I don't like to drink that much. But then she also says that, she only drinks red wine because her parents had addiction problems with all other alcohol. So she thinks that drinking wine doesn't count as addiction. If she wants to drink it all day long.
And I love Stone Cold Jeremy, and I'll get back to Nikki because I skipped over that, but she had a good one too. The truth is very different from, or her truth is very different from the truth.
Yep.
That is, thank you, Stone Cold. That's beautiful. And she's Nikki. I swear, I love the all caps thing. It always makes it sound like she's like sitting there yelling right now. I'm sure she was, because I was yelling. WTF? What happened to the truth?
Yes, exactly. What the fact that Wendy, I almost wonder if Wendy is like trying to troll people, because she literally said your truth. Like, I don't know what, it seemed like it was intentional almost.
Aaron, I would say it's not necessarily the product, because she put, it's not addiction if it's wine. You know, that's a good point. I would say, ooh, I'm so angry. I've been choked up.
Yeah, she tried to say, sorry, I just wanted to drop that in there.
No, go ahead, because I'm dying here.
Yeah, I hope you're good. Yeah, Amber's basically tried to say that she only drinks red wine, again, because her parents had issues with liquor. So she basically thinks that, it doesn't count as addiction as long as she sticks to wine. Makes no sense at all.
Yeah, and Em says she's constantly posting pics of her near alcohol. WTF? Yeah, I agree. I've seen them. Nikki says, I am yelling about this. I know you are.
I would
Nikki.
be too.
God bless you. And this was great to start off with. Thank you for letting me do that with you, because I know you're going to do your own video. And please, people, go check out Dr. Soup's channel, show her some love, and check out that video, because I can't wait for you to break this down. But let me get just maybe you don't have to give us the whole video, but what are a few of your thoughts about this and this whole thing?
So I was just, sometimes I'll just look around, because I'm really interested in Amber's behavior in interviews. So sometimes I'll watch interviews with her in it or about her. And I came across this, and I was actually really interested in what was being talked about, because in the beginning, I was really curious if they were actually going to go against Amber. But then I started watching it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to talk about how, they presented all of these facts, and yet they couldn't be bothered to look deeper. And also, I'm not sure, did you see the thing with Raven Simone, how she made a video about Amber, in the charging station of the Tesla thing? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I made a video.
Okay, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I have a personal bias towards Tesla, because, look, I'm not with this shit. I understand carbon footprint and all that bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys kind of have an idea of where I lean with things, and I don't like to get political. But this is the problem with cars that have an energy base, okay? Think about if you're using a remote, or like, say, my mouse, right? Battery operated. But if my mouse dies, I'm fucked. Mainly because I disabled the touchpad, because it's a pain in the ass. Yeah. And when I had the two of them, they were like battling with each other. So when you have these things, you have the potential to run out of energy power. And if you put very little gas, because you're like, I've got this energy car, right? I'm doing my thing. I'm being green or whatever, right? Which there's nothing wrong with that. If you believe it. I just don't believe these guys like Gore, who's like, oh, I'm going green as I fly my private jet to a meeting. But okay, cool. So you're gonna do that. But how do you not realize, like, if I have something that's charging, I know when it's about to die. Amber, are you so busy being negative? You didn't realize you didn't have enough gas, because these things haven't made it a perfect battery yet. There's talk about solar power, but the sun goes down, so charging it. Yes, I did my research. So solar power, you charge up the battery, and at night you can drive, but it's a fixed battery. So you're telling me you weren't keeping track of this? You didn't have your backup gas? Did you run out of gas too? I don't understand. and then you make a video.
Yeah.
Like I don't. Why does she do these things? I don't understand it.
Who even knows? That's a great question. I understanding the mind of Amber Heard is honestly a lifelong thing. Do you think they need to do research on her brain?
It would be an amazing study, I think. Libby, thank you so much. Rob just tweeted Tammy is okay. She dropped her phone in water. Well, that was against every hypothesis we had. I've dropped my phone in water, and let me tell you, especially I know she does streams on them. When you lose your phone these days, and this is how dependent we've become, and I don't know about you, Soup, but when you lose your phone, that's your whole life, your appointment book, your contacts, GPS, video files. Oh man, I hope everything.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have a lot of stuff on my computer, so if my phone were to die, I mean, I would have my computer, as backup, because I do a lot on there. But totally, like, it feels like part of your life goes missing when your phone is not with you. I totally agree.
Yeah, that's like your whole life, and I'm just dropping knowledge here. Says narcissists need to be the center of attention, and that's the truth. Yeah. And Sugar Brian, never seen you. Hey.
Hello.
Yeah, that's the thing that's amazing and why I think she'd be amazing case study. And I'm just gonna say this, I'm gonna have a hot take, and I'm gonna call this. Amber is the textbook to me, the absolute textbook study of an abuser. And I've seen this in my chats, and I'm sure you've seen this in your chats too. She has the hallmarks of what an abuser does, right? She has to control the situation. She has to control things around her. She likes to manipulate people. She has a volatile temper. Her temper is enhanced with alcohol. I mean, we could go down the list forever.
You're totally right. No, I don't even think that's a hot take or an unhealthy way to go, because let's face it, she's literally admitted to abuse in audio recordings. There's no reason for you to not believe that she is one. And, I think Amber, exhibits a lot of behaviors of other things, but I'm not a psychiatrist, but I think we're aware that there's a lot going on there.
Oh, Maria, she must have been you were in my Oscar streams. Says Tiffany Daniels, Johnny's nomination for 10 times Golden Globe winner, one seriously he deserved way more Golden Globes. He has done incredible movies. And here's the interesting thing we talked about, never snagged an Oscar. You want to know why? Because Hollywood are dicks. Think about this, Dr. Soup, because I was meaning to get your take. And like I said, this conversation can go anywhere, but I think we found the theme here, right? So I know you, like me, probably didn't watch the Oscars. So here's what I find amazing. This man was in movies that were nominated. And if you look in the history, and I looked this up, he didn't win any, but his co-stars did. Donnie Brasco, fucking Al Pacino won. But the guy who plays Donnie Brasco didn't win. How does this happen? This is showing that Hollywood has been looking to bury Depp for years now, I believe, right?
Yep.
And
go ahead.
This Me Too movement was the perfect excuse.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I think I agree with you. I've noticed not only what you mentioned about, them kind of, giving awards to the supporting roles, which I definitely think the supporting characters deserve it, but I know exactly where you're going with it and agree with that as well. But it's very odd to me. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. To me, it seems like a lot of kind of formulated stuff. It seems, it really seems very formulaic. So... honestly.
Geekicidal tendencies. How does Al Pacino win anything like? I tend to agree with you, but Geekicidal in that particular movie as Lefty, he was good. No doubt. Like, they deserved the awards they got. But here's the thing, and this happened to Leo too. Leonardo DiCaprio was in a movie called The Departed, one of my favorite movies.
Great movie.
Great movie. Didn't win. You know who won? Every other fucking person, even the chick in that movie won, but Leo didn't win. Are you kidding me? Titanic. Every fucking person gets a nod, but Leo gets a nod. It's such a political game. And why I bring up the political game in this topic is because Depp, Clint Eastwood, who was it? Kevin Costner.
Yeah.
All of these guys that don't play ball. And look, Depp's politics are aligned with certain groups, true, but he's got a good heart. And you can't have that in Hollywood. You can't be a decent person and do decent things for children. I mean, the man dresses up. Just think about this. The man dresses up as a pirate. If I tried that shit, they'd arrest me. But he dresses up as a pirate, and he goes visit 6 children, and he doesn't ask for people to highlight it. He doesn't care. He does it because it's just the right thing to do, and he's a kind person. And God forbid Hollywood highlights the people who do the right thing.
No, you're so like spot on with that. And I think like a lot of people are saying the Oscars are garbage. It doesn't show it doesn't mean that you're just automatically some superior actor or actress. And I think so too. My problem with Hollywood is a lot of these people will, like, you know who Chrissy Teigen is, right, Zod?
Yep.
I'm not a big fan of her. That's just my opinion based on the crap she would put on Twitter. If you shout people down and cuss them out and stuff like that because you disagree with them, and that's why I'm not a fan of her, to me, that's what Hollywood sees as, you know, positive and really good and all righteous and stuff, when it's like, no, that's not the way this works. You guys need to just relax and stop assuming everyone who doesn't agree with you is an asshole and bringing it to the Oscars and stuff, you know? And it concerns me that Johnny Depp, because he doesn't do that kind of stuff, that's another reason why people are being a bit, not very supportive of him.
Oh, yes. Marina, why you got to bring up something that pisses me off? That is so true. Sweeney Todd. Look, I am very particular with musicals. Everybody raved about Chicago. Didn't care for it. Everybody raved about Moulin Rouge. I thought it was all right. You know, it was good. I just don't like what's her name in it. I don't like that actress.
What was the movie?
Moulin Rouge, Nicole Kidman. I've never really cared for her as an actress.
Yeah.
She's very interesting. But anyways, that is the point. I never liked the big marquee things, but I remember watching Sweeney Todd and being mesmerized at how they balanced the talking with the music. And I was watching it the other day to do my picks for movies against Father Zod, and when I was watching it, they do this really great transition. They have a song where he's talking about all of these people he's going to kill, and then they transition it so that you can see it was in his head.
Right.
So when he's singing and all these people aren't interacting with him, you're not thinking, why isn't this guy like being like shouted at because he's in the middle of the street just singing a random song? It's in his head. It's what he sees. There's so much brilliant camera work, cinematography, songs. I have that soundtrack and doesn't win. What the fuck? Are you kidding?
And that's why I won't watch the Oscars anymore, because yes, 100% with you on that. Just needs to
Geekicidal
stop.
tendency, I love you, but I know you're trolling me. Don't talk about my Sweeney Todd, geek. Don't you talk about my Sweeney Todd. No, I love Geekicidal tendencies. Great person. He's been on my channel a while, so we have that back and forth. But no, yeah, I mean, and the thing I respect too is that everyone sang, and Alan Rickman I love him.
Oh yeah.
If you guys don't know, another one of my favorite movies is Die Hard. Like Hans Gruber, that performance as Hans Gruber. Let me tell you something. I'd put that as top 10's villains of all time right there.
That was a great movie. Yeah, he was great in that.
He's like, Mr. McLean. How do you Americans say yippee-ki-yay? like he just had that voice. Like, it was, oh my God, Geekocidal Tendencies. You're trolling me. Galaxy Quest? No, that wasn't bad. I'm not gonna lie. Sigourney Weaver in that. I love that movie. Come on, it's Sigourney Weaver in that outfit. Okay, people.
No, sorry. I just wanted to say real quick. I've never seen Sweeney Todd, but I know all about it, and because I have like a friend who likes it. But someone said it's very bloody. I didn't even know that it was like a bloody movie. I had never even considered that.
Oh God, yeah, it goes off the rails at the end. But I'm the type of person who likes that stuff. I come from a horror background, so
yeah.
But here's the interesting part. To me, it was more of a tasteful kind of thing,
right?
Like the people he killed pretty much deserved it, and you know. It was very messy at the ending, but very good. There's a lot of little things in it, like spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it. God, it's been years, so
yes.
Sorry. But at the end, there's this kid, and the girl takes him in, and he throws the lady that he's supposedly fallen in love with in this furnace.
Yeah. What?
And oh yeah, it goes off the rails. And this little orphan boy that they adopt, he sees the whole thing and he's hiding. And Sweeney realizes he killed his wife, which he thought was dead, and he was looking for. He killed her with his own hand, and he just realizes it. And he picks her up, and he's singing this really sad song. And there's this moment where he drops his blade. And the kid picks it up. And it's such a great moment to me because this is real film. Because he lifts his neck up like he realizes the kid is there. And because he killed his wife, who he thought was dead, but she's still alive. And
what the hell?
He doesn't want to live anymore. He lifts his neck up like this and the kid slits his throat. But it's such a powerful scene because you're never given a clue he realizes that he's there. It's kind of ambiguous. But if you look at the cues, he knew he dropped his knife. And he lifts his neck up like this. No one adjusts their head like this unless they know something. So it was like, I want to die because I have nothing to live for. It's so beautiful and powerful of a moment. And this is what I mean. Like, films miss this so much.
Definitely.
But we have the Fast 20.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Stone Cold Jeremy with a $5 super chat. They resent JD because he makes them look bad, where celebrities like AH do things for PR and recognition. JD does them because it's the right thing to do, and I agree. They have a very weird way of looking at things. If you're the type of person who does things that natural human beings would do, then they're like, oh my God, this person is going against the quota, right? He's not making us money. He's not doing this to bring us attention. You're a pariah. And it's really messed up.
No, I totally agree. Yeah, and I just wanted to say, Mishi mentioned My Cousin Vinny. That's a really good movie. I'm a big fan of that movie. I like Marissa Tomei in that.
Oh, I love Marissa Tomei, and I don't care what anybody says. Hashtag, that's my in Spider-Man. Who does she play? Aunt May. That's my Aunt May.
She's perfect.
Oh yeah, everybody goes, oh, that's weird, and I go, look. I'm gonna take this to a strange place. Just brace yourself, people. If I was happy, hell yeah, I'd get that number. I'm just saying, good for you, Happy. You know what? That poor man has gone through how much shit. He's like Tony Stark's makeshift butler guy. Yeah. All right. Good for Happy. Good for him.
Happy Hogan for sure. And the thing is, that's the most accurate age of Peter Parker's aunt in movies so far. Not to get too off topic, but she's always been like 80 years old. I don't really like the newer Spider-Man movies, but I do like her casting, so I think it's definitely good.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely one of the better portrays that I see. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the Tobey Maguire, old Aunt May, kind of cute old lady.
Yes.
I like that feel, but
Yeah.
I also did, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not really a big fan of the newer Spider-Mans. I like
No, me neither.
I like the casting. Like I liked Michael Keaton did an excellent job as Vulture. Great performance.
Yeah.
And I liked Marissa Tomei in the movies, and I loved Jake Gyllenhaal's performance as Mysterio.
Yes.
Like, why do they kill off the good people? Like, that was one of the best performances I've seen from Gyllenhaal since like Nightcrawler.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think personally, this is my opinion, only my opinion. I think the new Spider-Man movies are terrible. I really don't like them. I think I like Tom Holland and all that, but anyway. But yeah, I won't get too off topic, but yes.
So, to round things back to what we were talking about, because this brings up an interesting topic for us to tackle. This thing with the media, the spin is still happening. It really amazes me that despite the facts that are out there, they can still people like Wendy Williams could still make those kinds of statements. That's the worst.
Yeah.
And that's the worst interview
absolutely
I have seen in quite some time.
Yeah, absolutely. It frustrates me. I don't pay attention to what's going on usually in those kinds of interviews because it annoys me, so I just pretend that all that crap doesn't exist. But it's really disappointing that you're supposed to be watching this show that, clearly it's being funded pretty well to be on air like this, and a lot of people are watching it. It's so unfortunate that you're not being told the truth. And I mean, it's fun to watch them and make fun of them and not take them seriously.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's so frustrating. When I was a kid, I used to watch like Good Morning America, things like that. They would present you with news before we found out Lauer had a dungeon door. And the irony is they pushed this Me Too agenda, and they kind of painted themselves in a corner, didn't they? They opened this box, and now they're trying to swing it back. And here's the thing, people. This is why I talk about the media in general, because I cover Depp, but he's part of a larger problem. And that's this whole thing with the media wanting to take out good people because they want to take the light off of how shitty they are. Are we forgetting, Hollywood, that you guys are still backing Harvey Weinstein till this day? You sick pricks? Are you kidding me?
It's so true. And that's the weirdest thing to me is a lot of the people that, are super into, promoting all of this equality and, making sure that people like Johnny Depp, aren't getting away with what they apparently did, which he didn't do anything, in my opinion. It's strange because a lot of times when you look back on those people, you find that they're actually really shitty people themselves. Like a lot of them that want all this equality and are all for that kind of stuff. When you look at the type of person they truly are, a lot of times they're not great. Yeah, that's true.
And I like this because right when you said that, Johnny's girl made a great comment. Said the media wasn't nice to Marissa when she won the Oscar for My Cousin Vinny. Her performance was the bomb. The media said it must be a mistake. I hated it. And you know what?
Yeah.
I remember that because let me tell you something. One of my new favorite actresses right now, and apparently she's done a lot, so I've been catching up on her catalog, but it's Karen Mulligan, who did Promising Young Woman.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. I thought it was going one way. It went a completely opposite way. It did have a lot of things to say about the rape culture and things, but I thought it was very tactfully done.
Yes.
And I appreciated the fact that they showed not only the guys, but what happens to the victims and what happens when you go after revenge. It was a great, if you guys haven't seen it, it was such a great movie into the psychology of not just the victim, but the people left behind, like what happens to them. And she did such a phenomenal job. I loved her in that movie. And this asshole reporter comes out from, of course, the Washington, the Hollywood Reporter. Fuck, they're both bad, but the Hollywood Reporter in this one comes out and says, "Oh well, you know what? I heard they had Margot Robbie in the running, and that would have been a better choice because she's younger." And I was like, "Did this guy just say?" Hold on, I just want to get this straight. This guy just said that it was a good performance, but it would have been better if it was a younger woman. Are you shitting me right now?
It was such stupid nonsense. Like, why exactly?
It blew my mind so much, and I have such respect because she came out and she blasted them for it, and they issued an apology, and she refused it, and I said, "Good for you."
Hell
Good
yeah.
Don't take their sanctimonious forced apology from the company because, oh my God, we said something about a woman. That's what they were thinking. They didn't care about the insult that this woman poured her heart out into that role. She gave the performance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I believe she's like British or something. I know she's from a different area, but she gave a stellar performance, and she left it all there in that movie, and and this was one of her favorite things, and she went on press tours and talked about how she loved doing this, like yada yada yada, right? And it showed in the movie, and you sit there and boil it down to age and to the fame of this person. And I'll be honest with you, Margot Robbie is a decent actress. Yes. I, Tanya was good.
Yes.
She basically makes Harley Quinn. I'll give her that.
Really good, yes.
But that's so insulting. That is so insulting. I mean,
it's stupid. And it's so stupid and insulting. And they know they're gonna probably get away with it. And that's another issue, is there aren't any consequences for things that should cause consequences, just like when they make up all kinds of BS about Johnny Depp. I mean, it's not that hard to figure out what the truth is here, and that's the thing that's most frustrating.
Let me just ask you something.
Yeah.
And your feelings about the UK case, because I've said this, but I want to kind of get your take. Do you think that I agreed with Johnny going after the paper? My father's odd did not, and I understand his reasonings because he predicted they were going to win. Sadly, he's been around more years than me.
Yeah.
So he already seen it coming, which is fair.
Yeah.
But do you think this sets a dangerous precedent? And I've said this several times, because this is sending a message to all of these rags, these tabloid hacks, that yes, there's freedom of speech, but there's a difference between freedom of speech to report true facts versus freedom of speech to talk shit about someone. At that point, that's slander.
Yes.
I think this is dangerous that they allowed this. I mean, how do you feel about it?
I'm 100% with you. That's my problem here, is that the freedom of speech is a great thing, but it's just ridiculous because a lot of this isn't the freedom of speech. It's completely slander, like you just said. There should be a line. Like, I mean, slander, libel, they're both things that exist because, you know, there's issues with them out there. So why are they not being taken serious? That's just such a big problem for me. I just can't stand how, you know, it seems like they could commit these crimes, and it's so unfortunate. But yeah, that's why I ignore the media. And yes, Marissa Tomei looks a lot younger than she is.
What? No way. Okay, I'm sorry. This might. Zod's gonna say something a little racy here. Yeah, I'd get with her. I'm just saying. She does not at all appear to be 60. She is drop dead still. And Marissa, I look, I don't know the background. I don't know if there's been surgery there or something like that, because a lot of Hollywood stars do. I don't know, but she strikes me as a person who's just have natural beauty. And if that is you at 60, good God.
No,
you keep on keeping on.
Yeah,
like, oh my God.
She's 56, and yeah, she looks really awesome for her age. Totally agree.
I only wish I could look that good at 56. My God.
Oh, me too. I'm 55. I'm getting close.
I know Cherry K is gonna like hashtag this or something, be like hashtag Zod said Marissa Tomei's on at 60 or something like that. But no, I mean, that's amazing. And Henception, don't worry. If you guys are coming from Keely's stream, don't worry. I have nothing but love for you. I want to make sure people are watching everyone in the community, because I have love for everyone. You know, that you know is doing this thing here. That was a horrible execution. God save me, Dr. Soup. Where were we going?
Oh, no, you're fine. You're talking about Marissa. Yeah, guys, you should get your knives and pitchforks ready, because this guy is such a sicko. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I see Ali said independent journalists are the diamond in the rough. Exactly. Yeah. And unfortunately, I think some of them don't have as great careers. I'm saying many of them, not all of them. Their careers might not be as good as the ones that are on the, you know, mainstream things.
And I don't know if he's watching me. Hopefully he is. But I did an interview with a great journalist. If you guys don't know him, David Bixenspan.
Okay.
When my uncle passed away in the WWE scandal, he was the only man who had the balls to do an in-depth article on the scandal that my uncle was a part of. If you guys aren't following, go follow David Bixenspan on Twitter. To me, he's one of the real reporters still left. He's gotten, you know, warnings and things like they weren't going to allow him to print his story the way he wanted to, and things like that. And the man still put the truth out there. And David, if you're listening, thank you so much. Definitely go follow him on Twitter, because we were talking about reporters. He's one of the few people who still does their homework and reports the truth. And I think that should be highlighted.
What is, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just had to ask, what is his name? Because I want to follow him.
David Bixenspan.
Okay.
Don't ask me how to spell the last name. I have no clue.
Okay. It's spelled with a B, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vixenspan Hausen?
No, Bixenspan with a B.
Okay. I think I did find him. Because his name on Twitter is like longer. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to follow him.
Yeah, he's a great freelance journalist. He mainly specializes in the wrestling world, but he's one of the few people who does honest reporting. And we had someone else on here too who we talked about suicide prevention with. God, I forgot her name, but I'll look it up and I'll link it. These people I loved having on, because I used to love journalism. If you guys don't know, I'm going to share another fact with you. I wanted to be a journalist. back in the day. I took journalism courses, photography, things like that.
Yeah.
And when I got into it, I realized they like said, "Oh, you know, there's facts, but you also have to report what we want you to report." And it's a problem. Like back in my day, it wasn't as bad, but now picture how it is now. And it's like you're not reporting facts, you're reporting the company's truth, their facts, not the actual facts.
Exactly. No, so true. That is very true because, you know, not to get political, and I don't think this is really super political, but like, for example, you might have like CNN, who's very far on one side, and then Fox News very far on another. It's like they're kind of reporting their own truth, you know, it's not, because I am a very middle ground person, so I just get annoyed with any kind of skewed, you know, information on either side.
Yeah, I think the sad part is about this whole thing is that especially with the stuff going on with JD is that and I'm gonna reference Ricky Gervais for a second.
Yeah.
He says in his comedy special, which was hilarious, and if you guys haven't seen it, go check out Netflix. It's called Humanity. He says in his thing, he goes, "You're allowed to have your opinion, but facts are facts. Facts don't change because your opinion is different." And that's truth. And look at this case. Facts are facts. We have tangible evidence. It's why I got involved with this.
Yep.
And when I was talking with Stevie and stuff and looking at the facts, there is facts, there's evidence, there's proof. When you as a society start ignoring that for your personal opinion, that's a scary thing. That's really scary because facts need to remain facts.
That is, sorry if I interrupted you there for a sec, but that is so true. And I really just get so frustrated by that. It's exactly that. You know, people get upset when reality isn't what it is, and then they'll just stick to what they want to believe, unfortunately.
Yeah, and it's a dangerous thing because when we start validating that stuff, and look, you're allowed to be like, "Oh, I believe this, I believe that." You know what I mean? But when we have a case like this, when you have a case like, okay, this is what happened, this is the truth, these are the dates, the times, the video evidence, and then you have someone saying, "Well, no, she's saying this." Well, we've got proof. So how is this even debatable? How is this even
100%.
I don't understand.
Totally agree. This is one of those things that isn't debatable. And that's where people will sometimes say, you know, it's just my opinion. It's my opinion. I'm like, no, there's a certain point when there's facts and there are opinions. You can't just say, I want to believe Amber. That's not how it works.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. Allie Richardson says, "Your facts offend my truth."
Yeah.
Yep. That's what it is. I mean, and this is, you know, I guess this is a good topic because it kind of swings around to what we've been talking about. But you know, have you ever noticed? And I'm gonna reference Ricky Gervais again because I just watched his comedy special last night. I'm sorry, I got a lot of things going on, people. But he says in this comedy hour, he goes, you know, if you want to piss somebody off, he goes, don't give them an opinion. Just state a fact and watch them go. Like, I mean, have you ever come into a situation where you've quoted something and you've had people argue, even though it's a fact, like you have the proof, the documentation, it's all there.
Totally. I've had that many times and it's annoying and you just realize it's not even worth arguing. I mean, especially if you've experienced something personally and you tell somebody about something and then they try to say it's incorrect. So obviously facts are more, you know, reliable than a life experience. But for example, if you say, you know, like I saw this happen firsthand, like I know this is true, people don't even like that. It's all about wanting to really like live in your own reality, I think.
You know what? That was perfect. Wow. You outdid me in that one, Soup. That was a perfect analogy.
It's true.
That was it is.
I'm kidding. Thank you. I wasn't trying to sound arrogant, but I meant what I said I feel is true.
No, it's perfect because that's what it is. When you are trying to discredit something that has tangible evidence, like a person literally saying the opposite of what you believe to be true, right? It's coming out of their mouth. They said it. You're living in an alternate reality. That's the only rational thing I can come up with these Amber stands is that you're living in an alternate reality. You're seeing what you want to see. You're not looking at the evidence.
That's exactly what it is. You cannot, if somebody wants to listen to a straight up fact they're being told, and then say, no, I don't agree with that, then there's nothing else you can do about it. And that's why I don't even argue with the Amber stands on Twitter. I block these people immediately because I don't have time for them.
No, I just wanted to tell you how disappointed I was in you because you've been seeing Amber now, according to someone, and how could you do that, Dr. Shoop? I believe
my God. Guys, he's referring to... Yeah, so somebody commented on my YouTube. If you guys may have seen it on Twitter, because I screenshot it and put it on there. Someone said, they were like, you have such a problem with Amber Heard or something like that. Like, you clearly are so obsessed with her, and that means you've slept with her because you've made so many videos about her. I'm like, that is some great logic. That makes a lot of sense.
This highlights to me the stupidity of Twitter because I looked at that. Soup, that was so stupid. I couldn't even comment. You know how I comment on threads and I say big long sometimes insightful things. I'm like, this is too stupid for me to even.
You're so right.
Fucking stupid. I can't even.
You're so right. It was so stupid. And that's why I try to not, be that person. I don't want to just post, my comments threads all over Twitter. But like sometimes when I see really ridiculous ones, I'll do it. And they were like, you've only slept with her. And I'm like, I just laugh at this stuff. Because someone else commented on my YouTube a few months back and said that I was evil and that they were going to unsubscribe to me. But so they basically were saying that they subscribed to my channel, not even knowing what my content was, then finding out that I'm against Amber and they got upset about it, then unsubscribed. Like, that makes no sense.
Dude, let me tell you something. Okay, so back in the day before I got monetized and I was I had 5 or 6 people watching, and thank you everybody tuned in. I did a review, and I've told this story a bunch of times, but brace yourself because it swings to this point. I did a review on Captain Marvel. I did a 3-hour review. I challenge anybody to look for a video longer than mine. I broke down in great length my specific reasons for not liking this movie. Okay.
Right.
And it wasn't just Brie Larson, because at the time she wasn't liked and she said stupid things. We all know that.
Yeah.
But I broke down movie reasons, like it was slow here. They didn't do this, that kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And somebody not only called me sexist, but doxed me. They looked up because I was going by my real name at the time.
What the hell?
They doxed me. And another person who didn't like my review put my daughter's pictures from Facebook on a predatory website that I had to threaten to sue to get them off. Like I called my military contacts and my lawyer, and I said, I will sue you guys if you do not take this disgusting take my daughter's pictures off of this disgusting site. And it opened my eyes to the fact that that's what this world has become. You can't have a different opinion
No,
Because these people are crazy.
no, and you know what else is? You're so right. And you know what else the thing is that's strange to me is they're saying that they're mad at you because they think that you're like sexist and a bad person. Don't they realize that doxing someone and doing that is probably far worse than having a differing opinion? You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like, they're
people saw
crazy.
my live stream when that shit happened to Gary, like how I feel. I
Yeah.
am very much against doxing. I believe that as content creators, look, we put ourselves out there. So naturally we're gonna get hate. Not everybody's gonna like a video. Even some
Right.
people who are fans of my channel haven't liked some things that I've done. And I respect that. You didn't like that segment. That's cool.
Yeah.
They, in a very mature manner, let me know. And they were like, well, I'm not going to watch this video. I'm like, well, okay, I understand, right?
Exactly.
That's what you need to do. But when you take it to a level where you're involving people's personal life, that's sick to involve personal family members in an internet opinion. You know?
Yeah, totally. It doesn't, yeah, and that's the concern is that there are a lot of people hiding behind their keyboards that will be, you know, very brave to do a lot of this stuff. But exactly, okay, so you want to ruin someone's life because their opinion's different than yours, and that's what they don't only do that on YouTube, they do that stuff all over Twitter, especially, of course, in this community.
Yeah, it's terrible to have that happen where you state your opinion or you state a fact and you have these weirdos who will come after you for a fact or even an opinion. Look, this is America. I'm not saying not all the time that it's right, but you do have the right to, within reason, voice how you feel, and you shouldn't be condemned for it.
No.
And it's a terrible state of affairs.
It is.
When you're backing somebody because you feel that they're right, there's evidence stating that they're right, and you're just giving your opinion. You're like, I think she's wrong, right?
Yep.
But you have this other side that's so aggressive saying, no, you're not right. You just hate Amber. You hate women. You hate... It's like, no, you asshole. You're missing the point. I don't hate women. I don't personally hate Amber. I don't know her. I'm stating on what I'm hearing and what's documented.
No, you're absolutely right. Absolutely right. I completely agree. It's not sexist to be against people being abusive. I just saw Zod real quick. So Mishi M is saying that she keeps getting put in timeout. I don't know what's happening. If there's maybe
That's Google. Hold on, I'm gonna fix that.
Google,
there we go.
okay.
Congratulations. You have a wrench. Sometimes I got to do that because just so you guys know, and this is another point to my thing, Google and their censorship. If you say anything that they pick up on now that they deem inappropriate, it could just be a word or something. They'll time you out, and I have no control. So I modded you, and that should protect you from being timed out.
Yeah, I think it's Mishi. It may just be something else. I'm sure you're okay. It looks like you're being able to type, but yeah. The whole thing is just ridiculous. And like Mishi says, the threats to Tug's kids, it's awful. Yeah, it's awful, and that's why it's
that's
important.
what she was timed out on. Yeah, when you put stuff like that in, Google's been. In case you guys don't know, and actually, one more good topic. I don't know how much time you have.
Yeah, I think we're going within like the next 15 minutes, but I'm good for now.
Okay. The next topic I wanted to talk about, because this kind of goes to the Tug thing. Have you been hit? Because I have been on every one of my videos.
Yeah.
There's a shadow banned. And Johnny Depp's name, if I put Johnny Depp in my header or something and I talk about him, I've been noticing all of my videos have been getting limited ads or no ads. Have you had that issue?
Yeah, so that has been going on with a lot of the creators. I know today I saw Nerdette's newsstand talking about it. A lot of people have been talking about that. So I already have problems with uploading Amber Heard Johnny Depp videos. They take a long time to get approved. But I've still been able to have them monetized. Are you careful about like words you use in it? Unfortunately, they don't let you use like abuse and stuff like that. You have to be very careful, unfortunately, about the words you use.
Oh no. I don't. Everybody who's here, they know how I am. I am not careful.
That
I am
could
not
be it.
careful whatsoever. I throw everything out there, and I like to think that's why people are watching. Thank you, all 31 people. But no, I am not. I've not been careful about that stuff whatsoever because I find it ridiculous. It's a fact. Why am I banned? Why is there? Because I said a word.
Right.
That's ridiculous.
No, that's the problem. You should not have to be careful about this. They've started to allow people to use certain like curse words and stuff like that apparently, but they're still being kind of a pain in the ass. I just really don't like it. Because, in the beginning, I had less of a filter than I do now. I mean, I wouldn't say insanely like harsh things, but I was more, free talking. But because I realized I was getting demonetized so much, I was like, it's too much.
Yeah, see me, I still have a terrible filter. I've been working on it, but because I built my show. And just a thing for everyone new, welcome Rachel, welcome everyone. I didn't get to Amanda. Thank you for popping in. Everybody here, thanks. But I don't believe in cheating people. This is my personality, and PB Italia or anyone who's met me. I talk on here like I would talk outside because I don't believe in putting on a facade. And I know it's gotta hurt like hell for you to be having to scale yourself down. It's so ridiculous. And people go, oh, you sell out. But here's the reality, folks. In order for us to put out our message to you, unfortunately, YouTube makes it so hard sometimes to get these things out to people.
Yes.
Because they're picking out certain words, and it's not fair. It's not fair to the people who watch us, and it's not fair to the content creators who put their heart and soul into doing this.
No, it's not. And yeah, it is really hard to, to have to hold back a little bit because you want to, like, I found a way that I can kind of say things that I want without getting in too much trouble, but it is difficult. So I've started to just, say whatever I want in live streams. I'm still kind of careful, but I've become a little more outspoken when it comes to live streaming and stuff because, I'm like, screw it. You have to have fun at some point.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, and me and PB have kicked back this idea tons of times, and it's like, if you can't have fun doing what you're doing, then what is the point of doing it? And people know that. They feel that when you're doing this stuff.
Yep.
And, it's a shame. And these companies should be ashamed of themselves that I would think they would want the revenue. They would want people coming to them because you have these content creators that are willing to be bold and bring people to the platform where it'd be like, yeah, I'm not getting this from the news, but here on this platform, people are telling me the truth. I don't understand. It mystifies me this age where the truth sells, but they still don't want to market it.
Yeah, no. That's literally the best way to put it. Also, by the way, thank you, Ancient One, for putting my channel in there. I appreciate that. Yeah, no. I couldn't agree anymore. Like, I mean, everything you said was spot on. It's strange that they wouldn't want to make money off of any channel they can, which is kind of basically what you said. I mean, they're so concerned about, being kind of politically correct, but a lot of these big channels they monetize have stuff in it that you probably don't want your kids to be watching. Like, I wouldn't want, this is just my opinion, but I wouldn't want my children to be watching, some of the crap that's out there, like Jake Paul and all of them. But, that's just me. If you guys like that, that's fine. But,
And welcome, Rebecca. Tiffany says YouTube still hasn't fixed my home screen on my channel. You click on it and you have to still click the video or the vid tab to get my content. Yeah. But yet they have the time to demonetize every one of my videos. I don't like.
That's true. That's a good point. They still have the time to demonetize you. That is such a good point. Here's the thing, okay? Unless you're saying something that's severely, severely bad, like slurs that are unacceptable, they need to just shut up. Because using foul language, it shouldn't get you removed.
Yeah, it's and from what I heard, look, some of the stuff that YouTube has cleaned up, sure, I agree with because it was a little bit on the edge. But at the same point, there's all of these other channels that get kind of pushed and things like that, and it's all a corporate play, and it brings us back to our point. Amber and all these people are being propped up because they're the corporate darlings and babies, and us people who created this platform, us creators who created the format that YouTube uses, we kind of get shuffled to the side, and it's really crazy. And I think that people should have the right to be able to put out the same kind of things that these other bigger channels are allowed to do, even if we're not in the corporate circle or on the red carpet or rubbing shoulders with the elitist Hollywood people. Diamond High Top, $5 super chat. Thank you very much. Says, ever listen to Within Temptations song Angels? AH should, because the lyrics sound like a message for and about her a little bit. I have not, but I will, and I'll get back to you on that, Diamond, because that sounds like some truth you're spitting.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to listen to that too. I mean, speaking of things that are kind of modeled after Amber, I think she may have copied after Gone Girl. I know you've probably seen Gone Girls, right?
Oh yeah, someone made that reference the other night, and I was like, wow.
Yep.
That's pretty accurate. It's scary accurate. I mean, without the murder, but we really don't know. What she got on you, Elon? Did you kill someone?
Wait a second. That's a good point. That's another thing though I do want to say. Now, this is could make people be like, what? But when it comes to Amber, I totally think that the woman's an awful human being. But there are people out there that will sort of try to spew things about her that aren't true. So, for example, to my knowledge, she has never, taken someone's life, So if somebody wants to go out there and be like, Amber's a murderer, it's like, okay. Now, she's not a good human, but it's kind of not cool to make that kind of stuff up,
And Ancient One, the answer is yes. Go ahead and do your thing. By the way, Ancient One doing a great job. Him, Cherry K, kudos to you guys who are mods. Tiffany Daniels, you guys do a great job. Thank you. Force of Light Entertainment, I had them on a review that I did of their channel. They're great. Go check them out. And thank you for popping in. I so appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's that's the thing that upsets me about this whole thing. And they've been talking a lot about the Gina Carano thing. And I just want to point out, it's hilarious to me that Hollywood has adopted this believe all women, right? We're seeing this with Amber Heard. but yet they attack someone who, in my mind, has more of a reason for fighting it than Amber, the great Amber, does, right?
Yeah.
Because it was a tweet that was taken out of context.
Yep.
And they have sit here and tried to destroy her, and she's destroyed every one of them. And it's one of the reasons why I don't watch Disney anymore.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of reasons, but that is a big contributing factor.
Yes.
And it's disgusting that there are so many. Oh, Marwin Gaming, thank you.
Hello.
I'm so glad you're a fan. Oh gosh, I get choked up. Yeah, believe women who fit the narratives. Force of Light is absolutely correct. And I love Force of Light Entertainment and like Purple Valkyrie and Your Channel and Les and all of them, because
Yeah.
everybody thinks like when I go on and I say these things, they're like, you're a sexist. Well, what's your excuse when you have strong females who are making this content and they're saying, hey, this voice doesn't represent us? Or how about the ladies in my chat right now? A majority of my chat is ladies and some guys, and they agree. Why their opinion doesn't matter to you guys? They don't count? I'm confused.
No, I totally agree because, you know, there's been a lot of people. It's funny. I've actually had a lot of people comment that I must have to, they were surprised that I'm against Amber because I'm supposed to support women. I've gotten a lot of those comments before. And I'm like, wait, you're telling me that I'm supposed to support her just because she's a woman? And it's just completely dumb. I mean, if people want to take that route, they can. Whatever. I mean, calling out shitty behavior is calling out shitty behavior. You don't have to be a certain gender to talk about it.
And I like Rebecca. Great statement here. Says it would be the success of feminists for equality, not unbalance in either direction. And I agree, because I think they're missing the point with the way feminism was constructed. It wasn't one side versus the other. It was a balance between both sides. But once again, and I say this with all movements, look, BLM, all of them, they could be good movements. They could start out with a good theme. The problem is Hollywood gets involved. Elitist, rich people get involved, and they fund that theme, but then they take it in the direction that they want to go. It stops being about the equality and starts being about narratives and pushing agendas. And everyone's tired of it. They're tired of being told how to feel about something.
Yeah, I think overall, people need to just be able to form their own opinions without having to listen to someone shove a view down their throat. Totally. I'm gonna have to get going here soon. It's been a great chat.
Yeah. I'll start wrapping things up.
Yeah, you're fine.
Because I gotta get going too, because the girl's gonna be back and she's like, honey, we're gonna watch Uncut Gems and snuggle and stuff. Yeah, I said it. Okay, a villain has layers like an onion. You know, we're gonna drink and watch Uncut Gems, and it's gonna be nice. But I want to thank everybody for watching. We had upwards of 35, 36 people. Yeah. I love all of you. Thank you so much. Really, you guys. Everything I report and everything that I do on this channel is for you guys, and I only want to bring you guys facts and truth. I don't want to bring you things I don't know or say that this opinion is right. At the end of the day, what we've both said, you guys do your own research. Everybody, do your own research. You look into the truth and you tell me what you believe the truth is. And at the end of the day, facts don't care about opinions. If you have cold, hard facts, then your opinion can be your opinion, but it doesn't change what the truth is. Exactly. And we need to stop having this mentality that my opinion supersedes the fact. We have to go with what the truth is, and we've got to be fair. And journalists, if you call yourself journalists and you have a shred of integrity, then you need to stop giving me your opinion and you need to start bringing the people truth, because at the end of the day, that's what you used to stand for, and you should be ashamed of yourself and
Yes.
appalled.
Yeah. That's a great speech, and I completely agree. You should be ashamed of yourself if you're going to lie about stuff. Just absolutely. And thank you everybody in the chat for being here, and it's been a great talk.
Yeah, Miss Sub, I'm not going to let you escape without promoting something. You got anything for us?
Oh, well, that's very kind of you. Yeah, so today I actually put out a video yesterday and today. Today I made a video on the whole Raven Simone thing about how she saw Amber, flipping out when she was charging her Tesla. So if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, it's been actually doing really well. It has 5,000 views. It's still climbing, so that's good to hear.
Oh, yes, go and go check it out. Dr. Soup has got some great stuff. Love.
Thank you. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to say one more thing. I'm also, I put it out on Twitter, but I've actually announced a while ago, probably several weeks ago, I'm actually doing a charity stream for the Art of Elysium, which I announced several weeks back. That will be coming out soon. So I'm going to make an official announcement for that. I've actually spoken with Jennifer Howell about doing it, so I'm looking forward to that.
That's great because we did a stream. You guys are doing a stream for that, and I really love the fact that all of us are getting together. I said on that stream, all of us content creators need to come together. All of us who have this platform and have good numbers, we should be raising this money because I think it's important and I think it sends a statement, and I really like it because at the end of the day, I don't know about you, I don't get a tax write-off for it. I'm sure you don't, and I think it's more genuine. So
yeah, for sure, it's good to do things that you want to do, not because of exactly. I know exactly what you mean, but
hey, Moron Gaming, I see you. Say, Mr. Zod. Hey. I appreciate you.
Moira says she's sad that you're not going to her stream because you got the night planned. Oh, you have a lot of explaining to do, Zod.
I mean, I don't gotta explain much. I have a beautiful woman who said, "You're mine tonight." I don't know what that entails. I don't want to assume anything, but
Well, I hope it's a great time for you.
I hope so too. Even if it's just chilling, kicking it. She gave me a pass today because she went to see her sister. Because normally it's the whole day together. I don't stream Sundays and Mondays. That's our day. And a little bit of a relationship advice for everyone out there. It's always good to set some time. You get so busy and you get used to the person you're with, and you can fall into a pattern of not appreciating them. So we decided right off the bat in the beginning of our relationship, we were going to set days, no matter how we feel. It was always going to be our day together because I never want her. God, I hope she doesn't rewatch this. I never want her to think that I don't appreciate everything she does or putting up with me. She's been with me in the beginning, and and now that I'm gaining traction, she's there with me, and that's a rare thing. She was with me when I was living with my mom, and now here we are living in a place together. So
yeah, that's really awesome, and I think you should definitely be proud of that. I mean, I've been married 6 times just because. I mean, to me, the only reason to ever get married is to just take the other person's money. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I learned that advice from Amber. No, I'm kidding, guys. I've only been married 5 times. Okay.
See, Soup's got that secret relationship. They caught you.
Damn.
You should do a Shelby exposed.
Maybe I should. There was a guy in here earlier saying, I want a woman like Soup or something. I'm like, oh God, no, thank you.
See, that's the problem. When you reach that status, you become a symbol. It's so taxing. Well, anyways, thank you everybody for watching.
Yeah.
Make sure you like, retweet, all that good stuff, and I will see you on the next one. I think I have a stream with Stevie tomorrow. I don't, but if I don't, go over to Stevie's channel on Wednesday. I'll be on there talking with him, and Go sub to Soup if you're not. And thank you
you.
everybody for watching. As always, remember the only rule here in the Fandom Zone: kneel before General Zod.
Goodbye.
The darkness before we never cry.